about it. Hi, so it's been more than a year. I don't know, I lost track, but it's been a long time. I used to do videos all the time, so some of you guys will know me, whereas others may be finding this for the first time. So yeah, I just thought now's the time. We've got some spare time back on my hands, and I can make some more videos again. So kind of been prompted by a few things. Like I changed my job back, so my job's now the same job I used to have before I had to stop doing videos due to time constraints. Much happier now, back into what I used to do. Gives me the freedom a bit more now to do these videos, maybe once a week, if that. But yeah, it's good. I've seen there's been a couple of comments sort of made from other people's videos. I spoke to Andy through his video the other day, and he sort of mentioned about missing the channel. So yeah, big shout out to Andy at Forgotten World of Movies. And I did mention to him, I've been tempted to come back. So yeah, probably not the same as I used to do, maybe, but just a bit more casual, a bit more kind of spontaneous, I suppose. Just talking about whatever I've watched or what I'm gonna watch, what I've picked up. Probably a few less pickups, hopefully. But yeah, that's why I thought I'd come back and just say hi and yeah, say I still watch everyone and really enjoy everyone else's content. Why not just do a video and say hello to everyone? So the break I had in between doing videos, so when I did videos, say it must be over a year ago or maybe more now, but yeah, over a year ago probably. I think it was also good for me to step away from YouTube for a while and to step away from social media. I mean, I try and avoid social media like the plague anyway. I just don't think it's healthy for some people. So yeah, coming away from everything was actually quite good. I know with YouTube it's a double-edged sword. It's like the enjoyment of seeing other people talk about films and sort of getting hyped up for films. But then there's also the other side of it where you get influenced by a lot of people, which is half the idea. And you end up buying too much, or you're buying stuff you don't really want or need. You just kind of get caught up in the moment. So yeah, I was definitely doing that for a little bit. But I've noticed that break in between's really given me a nice sort of clear mind. Even though I'm still watching people's content, it's not kind of affecting me as much in the same way as it used to. So I've definitely been sort of less affected by trying to pick up everything and anything I can, and it's given me more enjoyment from collecting basically. So yeah, my titles that I have are just ones I like, regardless of whether other people like them or not, whether they are well regarded, whether they are commonly hated or disliked. If I like it, I just stick it on my collection. That's how it is. And I think that's how it should be for everyone. Doesn't really matter. Um, but yeah, so there's that. Yeah, that was good for me. I've enjoyed that. It's also given me a bit more freedom to yeah, sort of not really get stuck into a rut with anything with social media, because I think it's very easy just to spend so much time, refreshing Instagram or whatever I was on, just checking for messages or like keeping in touch with people, which is a great thing. But like sometimes you can get kind of caught up in just like constantly checking for either messages or checking for new content that's coming out, or yeah, anything really. You can sort of sidetrack away from films and end up starting going down rabbit holes in other places. And yeah, it's not for me. I love talking to people that are interested in the same things like films as that. But yeah, I think a nice clean slate for me for that kind of year break was really good. So yeah, that was a big benefit. It's definitely helped my collecting. It's definitely helped me. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. But also kind of looking forward to now coming back with a pair of fresh eyes and showing like what I've been doing, I suppose, in that year for the collection. So yeah, maybe I'll do some shelf videos. I know I've been watching a few channels now that they do sort of a shelf by shelf, just go through the films they've got. So I might do one of those, like a series maybe. That might be a good way to sort of show off what I've picked up and what I've currently got. Yeah, I don't know if there'll be other stuff, I'm sure. Like I might just do what I'm watched recently, or I use Letterboxd quite a lot, purely just to rate the films of how much I enjoyed them, not necessarily how good they were, because I enjoy films that are actually quite terrible usually. So my ratings, if you ever come over to there to follow me for anything, don't get confused by how I'm rating films. Sometimes I might absolutely love a film, but I might also give it 1 star, but it was just trash that I enjoyed. But yeah, so if you want to follow me over on Letterboxd, I'll try and pop it on the screen somewhere here what my username is. You can come and give me a follow. But yeah, I logged everything. One thing I did do, like in my break, I set myself a challenge, which I know for some of you guys is probably not a challenge at all, but for me it was quite a good challenge to set. I tried to watch 365 movies in a year, so averaging one a day. So that's not to say I had to watch one every single day, but obviously over the average of a year, I would end up watching 365. I enjoyed that challenge. It was really good. There was like some weeks where I could like over punch the numbers and get the numbers up, and got through a lot of movies. Some are rewatches, some are new. And then there was other weeks where I wasn't able to watch quite as much, but it balanced out in the end. So that's all logged on Letterboxd for last year. I think I hit over 400 movies in the end, so I definitely hit the target. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I was kind of worried I wouldn't be able to not do it. I got such a routine of just like watching movies quite regularly when I finished doing the challenge. But anyway, I've stopped that challenge now. I'm not actually aiming to get 365 movies in this year. I might do just by coincidence, but yeah, that's a different thing. So that was fun. But yeah, other than that, quite quiet for what I've been doing movie wise. I barely get a chance to go to the cinema. Like, just time's a big thing for me. But I do watch a lot of movies at home. Still got a projector set up, so I've got a projector in house, and I've got a projector sort of set up in my my garage. So that's always something I like doing, especially when the summertime rolls around. So I'm getting ready now for the sun's coming out a bit more. It's warm enough to go in the garage and just put the old surround sound on and the projector up, and throw on some trashy horror movies. And yeah, can't be happier. So yeah, that's what I enjoyed doing. If you like the sound of that, like I say, then this channel may be for you. I did show that projector system off. It's a very bare bones projector system. It's just literally like a cheap one I bought in lockdown from China somewhere. But actually, it puts out quite a good image for the money you pay for it. Definitely more than enough for me to just sit there and watch a trashy horror film on a big couple of bits of plasterboard, which I put together and made about 100-inch, 110-inch screen, something like that, I forget. But yeah, it's basically the whole end wall of a garage system in the UK, if you're familiar with those sizes. But yeah, that works really well. That's it. That's kind of what I've been doing. So what's changed? What's been happening? So the collection, you can probably see a bit of it behind me here. Yeah, my collection's probably changed quite a lot. I don't know. It's I'm always buying stuff and selling stuff off. I've tried to. I think everyone goes through the same sort of set of circumstances where your collection gets too big, or you just end up finding you're buying too much. So you end up chopping out old titles that you don't think you're going to watch anymore. So I've been doing lots of that. I always used to do that anyway. So yeah, I got rid of a bunch of stuff, but I've also gained a bunch of stuff, just filtering it through. I kind of curated a bit more of what I want. I've stored a lot of stuff, which I've done in a previous video, like a couple of years ago now, probably, into sort of very thin plastic wallets. So there's like almost like an archive system, essentially. So I've still got the film, but they're worthless to trade or pass on to anyone. They're all common titles. It's just all about gaining the space. Yeah, so I guess I'll maybe not this video, but in a future video I'll probably just go around and show roughly what I've done with the collection, how I've set it up, and then yeah, any sort of highlights or any questions you guys have about any titles on there, you can always drop a comment down below and I can go through it in a different video. But yeah, so yeah, not much has changed for me otherwise. Still collecting, still watching everyone's YouTube channels, still enjoying it. Yeah, so yeah, glad to be making videos again, and hopefully I'll get to speak to you guys as well in the comments down below, like we used to. So yeah, thanks for anyone who's still stuck on the subscription with my channel. If you're thinking about subscribing, just go for it. And say it won't be the most common thing for me to upload a video every week or anything necessarily, but if you like movies, you like collecting, you just want to hear some normal guy talk about films, then subscribe, and yeah, I'll see what we can talk about. Yeah, so that's it really, just a quick intro video again. So thanks everyone for listening and clicking on the video. Hope everyone's well, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye.